Are you making this mistake with your 1943 penny? Because one tiny detail, so small it fits under your fingernail, could be the difference between pocket change and $9.99, 500. It looks harmless, almost ordinary. A grayish 1943 wheat penny with no mint mark. Most people toss it aside, thinking it's just another wartime coin. But what if I told you there's a version of this penny so rare, so misjudged, that collectors have fought over it, driven by a minting accident that was never supposed to happen, and here's where it gets dangerous. If you don't know exactly what to look for, you could throw away one of the most valuable pennies in American history. So, let's pull back the curtain on the biggest secrets of the 1943 steel wheat penny. During World War II, copper was desperately needed for ammunition. So in 1943, the U.S. Mint switched from copper to steel for pennies. Over 1 billion of these zinc-coated steel coins were minted. But in that chaos, a few copper blanks from 1942 were accidentally fed into the machines. The result? The 1943 copper penny, one of the rarest coins ever struck. One of these sold $4.1750,000. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but mine isn't copper, it's steel. But don't walk away just yet. Even the steel version hides its own secrets. There are major error coins out there, and they look just like yours. Start with the missing mint mark. If your coin doesn't have a D or S under the date, it was struck in Philadelphia. Most of those are common. But here's the twist: some Philadelphia coins were struck with double dies, especially visible on the date, the word Liberty or In God We Trust. If you see letters that appear thicker, blurred, or have shadows, you might be holding a double die. One of these sold for $9,800 at auction. Now, 2 minutes in, and here's your next test: check the number 3 in the date. On several coins, that last digit shows signs of repunching, like the mint changed its mind mid-stamp. If you spot a repunched 3, especially with a shadow or split at the bottom curve, it's not a trick of the light. That coin could fetch $3,250 or more. Still not impressed? What about die cracks? These are tiny raised lines that look like veins across the coin's surface, usually near Lincoln's shoulder, across the rim, or running through the wheat stalks on the back. Die cracks form when the minting die starts to fail under pressure. Collectors love these, especially when they're dramatic. One steel penny with a huge die break across the reverse sold for $1,200, just for the crack. And then, there's the holy grail of myths that turned out to be real, the 1943 steel penny with a wrong planchet strike. One example was found struck on a silver dime blank. The coin looked slightly off in size and color, and when weighed, it was lighter. That coin sold $4.70, 500. Here's a quick trick: use a magnet. A steel 1943 penny should stick. If yours doesn't, you may have something incredibly wrong, or incredibly valuable. It could be struck on a foreign planchet, or even be one of those accidental 1943 copper coins. Test the weight. Steel pennies weigh 2.7 grams. If it weighs around 3.1 grams, you might have just hit the jackpot. And don't forget over-polished dies. Some 1943 pennies are missing parts of letters or Lincoln's shoulder. It's not wear, it's how the die was cleaned. These oddities confuse beginners but excite experts. Depending on visibility, they've brought in $600 to $200. So what should you be doing right now? Go get that old penny jar. Check every 1943 wheat penny with a magnifying glass. Tilt it under light. Feel the surface. Is it magnetic? Is it doubled? Is there a crack running through the design? Because every second you wait, someone else is discovering one, and turning it into a 4, 5, or even 6-figure payday. Don't assume it's worthless just because it looks normal. The most valuable coins often look like nothing special, until you know the signs. That's how a retired schoolteacher in New Jersey sold a misidentified 1943 penny for $18,400, after keeping it in a shoebox for 42 years. Imagine what your penny could be hiding. So here's your moment. Check now. Don't be the person who realizes too late that they gave away a life-changing coin for 1 cent. Because sometimes, the smallest details hold the biggest fortunes.